We can use the same rules if we wanted to add algebraic expressions. Minus 11x plus 7x. Since their signs are opposite, we can think about their absolute values. Subtract the smaller from the larger. Its result here would be a 4x. And then go back and look at the original problem. The largest magnitude in this case was the 11x, and the sign of the 11x was a negative. So I'll carry that negative through to my solution. So my result will be a negative 4x. If we remember some of our earlier basic rules of algebra, some of those properties, the cumulative, the associative, and the distributive property, those could come in useful as well, almost any time. So as I'm looking to add these, I need to reorder them, maybe give a different grouping. So I'm going to use a commutative property to reorder those two middle terms. So this becomes 7y. Switch those two around the positive sign. So now I have a plus a negative 9y plus a negative 12z plus a 15z. Now that you'll notice that I have my y's together and my z's together. We can go ahead and add like terms, 7y plus a negative 9y. I can think of it in terms of absolute values, or maybe you're able to go ahead and inspect from here that 7y plus a negative 9y produces a negative 2y. Likewise, negative 12z plus 15z. What happens when both of those are taken into account? What's my net gain or my net loss? Negative 12z, and I add a positive 15z to that, then I'll be left with a 3z. Let's look at an expression that has a few more opportunities in this expression to work through. Again, the strategy is a large problem is just a lot of small problems added together. So let's just solve the first problem, and then we're able to do that. Let's solve the next problem and keep doing it until we get home. I see that I can use a distribution property. I have this 3 outside of a parentheses of a summation. So I can distribute this 3 across both of those terms. So this becomes a 3 times a 7x plus a 3 times an 8. And it's a good habit to continue writing out the rest of the expression, regardless if I've done any work to it or not. I don't want to lose it at some point in time, and I'm apt to lose it. 3 times 7x, the commutative property now says I can multiply the 3 and the 7. The x carries along, plus 3 times 8, plus a negative 25x. Commutative property, I can reorder the 24 or rearrange two of these terms. So I have 21x plus a negative 25x plus a 24. Combine like terms, 21x plus a negative 25x. I can think of it as their absolute values. Subtract a smaller one from the larger one, which will produce a 4x. Bring the sign of the larger's magnitude. 25 is larger, so I'll carry with its sign. And then I continue with the rest of the expression, which is a plus 24. I can't go any farther at this point. These are unlike terms, and I cannot add unlike terms. So my final result is a negative 4x plus a 24.